My number one project was trying to work on the image of Oklahoma around the world, and also our image of ourselves. And so let me say right now, the greatest thing that's happened to Oklahoma in the past few years or many years for helping us in our image and getting people excited about Oklahoma is a basketball group called the Thunder, worldwide. In politics in Oklahoma, it's rural versus urban, it's east versus west, it's Democrat versus Republican, it's this versus that. But you talk about the Thunder, and all 77 counties are saying, go Thunder. Well, the state so many times has divided itself, but the image that we have ourselves and the image of Oklahoma around the world has been tough to sell. And so when I was in high school, down there in McAlester, I was upstairs on the back porch listening to the Lucky Strike hit parade in 1943. And they were counting down the top 10 most popular songs in America. And I'm just sitting there reading and listening. I'm a kid, listening to the Lucky Strike hit parade. And number 3, number 2, and number 1. And I thought, they're singing about my state. And it was Oklahoma. 1953, I'm in the legislature. And I said, that ought to be our state song. And so I thought, this will be a piece of cake. And I called this guy Old Man Huff. He was a nice guy, but Old Man Huff got up and said, you want to change the state song? and now, excuse me, but this is 1953, so I'm going to quote him. You want to change it from one written by pioneers stooped in tradition and couched in history, and you want to get a song written by 2 New York Jews who have never even been to Oklahoma? And they say, taters and tomatoes. My bill was going down the tube. And I thought, wow, this is going to fail. So I used a parliamentary procedure, and I asked that we lay over consideration of that House bill for one legislative day. And Mr. Huff didn't know what I was doing. If he'd objected, the bill wouldn't have passed. But he didn't object, so we laid it over. So I talked to Ira Humphreys, a state representative from Chickasha, and then the college in Chickasha was Oklahoma College for Women. I said, you got a choir down there that can sing songs from the play Oklahoma? He said, yeah, we just did it. I said, they just did it. They have the costumes and everything. I said, I want them here tomorrow. I want them to sing tomorrow. He said, okay. I called Ridge Bond, who lived in Tulsa at the time. Now, Ridge Bond graduated from McAlester High School. He's the only Oklahoman to ever star as Curly on Broadway, was from McAlester. He went to high school with me and my brothers. I called him, I said, Ridge, you got any of that crap you used to wear in the play? He said, oh yeah. I said, put it on and be down here tomorrow. You're going to sing it to the legislature. And then, true story, I called Jenkins Music Company in downtown Oklahoma City. I need a piano tomorrow. And so I got up without saying anything. I said, Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent. We grant privileges of the floor to a group of entertainers from Chickasha College for Women. And they came in their long dresses and bonnets, and they sang, oh, what a beautiful morning, and people will say we're in love, and all that. And then suddenly the piano went boom, 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 boom. And Ridge Bond in his cowboy boots and outfit came in the doors. He kicked the doors open. He came in and said, oh, Oklahoma weather. And he's singing, and the choir sang with him. The entire legislature stood. 300 people in the gallery stood. Of course, I had put them up there, but they stood. It's true. Anyway, they all sang Oklahoma. And then I said, Mr. Speaker, I move that this House bill, I think it was 1046, I don't know what, that it pass. And it passed that day. And that's how it became the state song.